రికార్డ్ చేస్తున్నాను.
నేను స్టార్ట్ చేయొచ్చు ఇంకా
చేయండి.
యా యా ఓకే so the demo agenda was, so this is the demo agenda. So first we will have the introduction. Okay.
Okay.
So first introduction of the student and then introduction of the trainer. Okay. Then after that we will see the course content.
Okay.
So the course content tells you what topics we will be discussing in our training, and I will give you an overview of those topics. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. After that we will see the documentation part. We will see the documentation part. Means at the end of the training, what type of documents I will give you at the end of the training. So those documents also I will share it to you. And finally, we will discuss the training methodology part. Let's say whether we want to have the training on weekdays or weekends, and what are the suitable timings and all we'll discuss. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's start with the introduction. So can you give just a brief introduction about you, like what is your domain experience? Do you have any SAP experience? And what is your expectation out of training and all? Can you give just brief overview of your profile?
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Rama. I live in Germany. I'm here. I'm actually since the last 5 years I'm working in the SAP area. Actually, I'm an actually a developer. So I'm a developer.
Okay. You are
exactly. I'm not mostly, I don't have the domain knowledge actually. I'm a pure technical guy, and recently 6 months ago I have joined a new company, and there my company is a production company. Okay, so that's the reason why I need to learn. I need to what to say. I need the modules like PP, MM, SD. All the modules. So I thought it would be better if I start with the SAP production planning, and then slowly I can move on to the other modules, MM and SD. On the technical part I don't have any issue, but on the domain front, the functional front, I want to improve my knowledge. I just try to learn it by myself, but then it's really difficult for me. As I'm a pure technical guy, it's difficult for me. That's the reason why I have contacted you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Nice to see that you want to. So what I understood from your profile is you are a technical guy. You want to become a techno-functional, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good, boss. That's good to hear that you want to become techno-functional. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So before going into the details, let me give my introduction. Myself, Kumar. I am a certified PP and QM consultant.
Okay.
Good. I have around 8 years of experience in SAP consulting. Okay. Before that, I was into domain for around another 8 years.
Okay.
So I worked in manufacturing area. I worked for some time in quality department. Okay. So my domain experience includes like planning, coordinating with other supply chain departments like SCM, purchasing, warehouse, QA, QC. Okay, so basically my domain experience includes planning and manufacturing execution, and then ultimately delivering the product to the market.
Okay.
So that was my domain experience. Later on, I did my certification and I moved into consulting, SAP consulting.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
So I have done 3 end-to-end implementations, 3 life cycle implementations. Okay, I worked on various domains like pharmaceuticals. I worked for furniture industry, and I worked for automobiles, and currently I'm working for a brewery industry.
Okay.
So my current implementation project is for a brewery industry.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
So this is basically my overall profile. Okay. So let's move on. Let's see the course content. So this is the course content course. Okay, so this is the course content we will be discussing in our entire PP course. Okay. Apart from overview, we will see the master data, and then we will see the planning topics, and then we will see the execution. So I will just give you a brief introduction. see, PP module basically is divided into two subtopics. One is planning, okay, one is planning, and then other one is execution, manufacturing execution.
Okay.
Nothing but this is called nothing but manufacturing.
Okay, execution or manufacturing is same. Okay.
Manufacturing, both are same. So we will see planning topics and then we will see execution. That's what I am trying to say.
Okay.
So here you will have all the planning topics and then we will have the all execution topics. Okay. So this is basically the course content of this PP module. So I will just give you, I will just go through just overview of these topics. So let's go on to overview, PP overview. So in this we'll discuss what is SAP, what is SAP, why SAP is used, okay, what is a PP module, what functionalities PP module offers. So when a company implements, when an organization implements the PP module, what benefits they will get, okay, and then what is the integration of PP module with other modules. So how the PP module plays in the entire supply chain cycle. So the entire supply chain cycle is like this. You have purchasing, you have purchasing, from purchasing to sales. So in this entire supply chain cycle, how the PP module plays the role. Okay, that is what we will be discussing in the PP module integration with other modules. And then we will see the basic navigation in SAP. So for you, you are already a SAP technical consultant, so for you this is not required, frankly speaking.
Yeah, okay.
So now before going into the other topics, as you are not a functional guy, right?
I'm not a functional guy. See, what I need is important. What's important for me is, I need to understand the process, what happens
understood.
in the company, what happens, everything. That's what important for me.
Yes, understood. So what I will do is I will play you a simple video. So that you will get a entire understanding of the total process in the company. Okay. I will play you just small video. So I will just play a small video so that you will understand the entire process and why SAP is used in the organizations. That's what you will understand. Just I will play a simple video. It takes around 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
The very basic question, enterprise resource planning, also called ERP, is required. To answer, let's examine this typical business scenario. A client approaches the sales team to buy a particular product. The sales team approaches the inventory department to check the availability of the product. In this case, the product is out of stock. The sales team approaches the production planning department to manufacture the product. The production planning team checks with the inventory department for availability of raw material. If raw material is not available within the inventory, the production planning team buys the raw material from the vendors. Then production planning forwards the raw materials to the shop floor execution for actual production. Once ready, the shop floor team forwards the goods to the sales team, who in turn deliver it to the client. The sales team updates the finance department with revenue generated by the sale of the product. The production planning team updates the finance department with payments to be made to different vendors for raw materials. All departments approach HR for any human resource related issue. That is the typical business process of any manufacturing company. Some key inferences one could derive from this scenario would be: a typical enterprise has many departments or business units. These departments or business units continuously communicate and exchange data with each other. The success of any organization lies in its effective communication and data exchange within these departments, as well as associated third parties, such as vendors, outsources, and customers. Based on the manners in which communication enterprise software systems can be broadly classified as decentralized systems or centralized systems, which are also called ERP. Let's look at decentralized systems first. In a company with a decentralized system of data management, data is maintained locally at the individual departments. The departments do not have access to information or data of other departments. To identify the problems arising from decentralized enterprise management systems, let's look at the same business process again. The customer approaches the sales team for a product, but this time he needs the product on an urgent basis. The sales team do not have real-time information access to the product's inventory. So they approach the inventory department to check the availability of the product. This process takes time and the customer chooses another vendor, leading to loss of revenue and customer dissatisfaction. Now suppose the product is out of stock and the sales team approaches the production planning team to manufacture the product for future use. The production planning team checks the materials required. Raw material information is separately stored by production planning as well as the inventory department. Thus, data maintenance cost goes up. A particular raw material required to manufacture the product is available in the inventory, but according to the database of the production planning team, the raw material is out of stock. So they go ahead and buy the raw material. Thus, material as well as inventory costs go up. Once the raw material is available, the shop floor department suddenly realizes they are short of workers. They approach the HR, who in turn hire temporary employees at higher than market rates. Thus, labor cost increases. The production planning department fails to update the finance department on the materials they have purchased. The finance department defaults the payment deadline set by the vendor, causing the company loss of its reputation and even inventing a possible legal action. These are just a few of the many problems with decentralized systems. Some major problems with the decentralized system are numerous disparate information systems that are developed individually over time and are difficult to maintain. Integrating the data is time and money consuming. Inconsistencies and duplication of data. Lack of timely information leads to customer dissatisfaction, loss of revenue, and reputation. High inventory, material, and human resource costs. These are just some of the major drawbacks for which we need a solution. Well, the solution lies in centralized systems, that is ERP. In a company with a centralized system of information and data management, data is maintained at a central location and is shared with various departments. Departments have access to information or data of other departments. Let's look at the same business process again to understand how a centralized enterprise system helps overcome problems posed by a decentralized enterprise system. In this case, all departments update a central information system. When a customer approaches the sales team to buy a product on an urgent basis, the sales team has real-time information access to the products in inventory, which is updated by the inventory department in the centralized system. The sales team responds on time, leading to increased revenue and customer delight. In case manufacturing is required, the sales team updates the centralized database. Production planning department is auto-updated by the centralized database for requirements. The production planning team checks the availability of the raw materials required via central database, which is updated by the inventory department. Thus, data duplication is avoided and accurate data is made available. The shop floor team updates their manpower status regularly in the central database, which can be accessed by the HR department. In case of a shortage of workforce, the HR team starts recruitment process with considerable lead time to hire a suitable candidate at market price. Thus, labor costs go down. Vendors can directly submit their invoices to the centralized enterprise system. be accessed by the finance department. Thus, payments are made on time and possible legal actions are avoided. The key benefits of the centralized system are: it eliminates the duplication, discontinuity, and redundancy in data. It provides information across departments in real time. It provides control over various business processes. It increases productivity, provides better inventory management, promotes quality, reduces material costs, allows for effective human resources management, and reduces overhead while boosting profits. Better customer interaction, increased throughput, and improved customer service. Hence, a centralized enterprise management system is required. SAP is a centralized enterprise management system, also known as Enterprise Resource Planning.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, so that's what was. So now you understand why, you understood what is SAP, why it is used.
Yeah, I did understand. Yeah.
From a business perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
The video looks good actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what the SAP overview kind of thing. Okay. So let's move on. So now the next one is master data. Any functional module, you will have master data. So on the master data only, everything will get worked upon. Okay. So first in the master data, you will have organizational overview, organization structure. So what is this organization structure? Organization structure is like how you map the entire business into the SAP system.
Okay.
For any implementation, for any successful implementation, the first thing is correct mapping of business into a SAP system. Okay, so that's how your organization. I don't know whether you have heard these terminologies or not. Have you heard this terminology? Client.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Client, company
Client,
code.
company code, exactly. Yeah.
Code and then plant.
Yeah.
So this is all called
channel. Yeah.
elements. Storage location. Okay, so all these are called organizational structure elements. So what are these? How they are mapped into SAP system, that we will discuss in the organizational structure overview. Okay, then we move on to material master. So what is material master? Material master is the data, centralized data of a particular material. Okay, a material can be anything. Material can be anything. It can be raw material, packing material. It can be finished product, it can be semi-finished product, it can be a spare part, it can be anything. So for that particular material, all the data from the different departments, are maintained in this material master.
Okay.
So what is this material master? How it is created? From PP point of view, what views are important? Okay, what data is maintained in those views? How they are maintained? All those things we'll discuss in the material master.
Okay.
Okay, so once the material master is done, we will move on to material master is not exclusively PP data. It is for all the modules.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now the real PP master data starts with BOM. Okay. So BOM. What is a BOM? What is a bill of material? So what is bill of material? Suppose I want to manufacture a cycle. Okay. So to manufacture a cycle, can you tell me what do you require?
Yeah, the ties.
Okay.
I mean, the ties, the pedal,
I require
brakes, etc. and so on.
Yeah, I require chain.
Yeah.
I require pedals. I require tires.
Tires, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
The tubes.
I require seat. I require bulb. Okay.
Exactly, yeah.
So like this, chain, pedals, tires. Okay.
Brakes,
then
and
I
so on.
require. So like this, I require some materials to manufacture cycle. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. So now to manufacture one cycle, you require one chain, two pedals, two tires, one seat, let's say, one bulb, and then two wheels. So BOM says you what are the materials required along with their quantities to manufacture. So to manufacture a particular product, that is what you will have in the BOM. So what is this BOM? How they are created? Okay, what are the different types of BOMs you have in the system? Okay, what settings you have to make it in the BOM? How the BOMs are designed according to different customers, different scenarios. All those things we'll discuss in the BOM.
Okay.
Okay. So after the BOM, we will move on to work center. We will move on to work center. So what is a work center? Work center is like just like a machine.
Just like
Work
a
center is just like a machine.
machine. Okay.
Machine.
Okay.
Machine means the place where you carry out your production activity.
Okay.
Work center is the place where you carry out your production activity or production operations. So that is called machine or work center. So what is this work center? How it is created? Why it is important? Why the work center is used? All those things we'll discuss in the work center part. Okay. So after the work center, we will move on to routing. Okay. So what is this routing? So routing basically tells you what operations you have to perform to manufacture a product. Okay. Routing tells you what operations you need to carry out to manufacture a particular product. Okay. Suppose let's say with curd. You know curd, right? Am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So to manufacture curd, what you will do, boss? Can you tell me? Normally to manufacture curd, what steps you will do?
Normally we need milk actually.
First,
Milk.
you need milk. Okay, that's a
you need to heat the
that's a
milk.
materials required.
Okay, you need to heat the milk.
You heat the milk.
Yeah, and then
You heat the milk. Then
add some.
add the curd to the milk.
Exactly. Yeah.
Add the curd to the
And
milk.
then leave it some overnight or so.
Store the milk.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You store the milk for overnight. Operations you will perform to manufacture curd. Am I correct?
Yeah. Exactly.
So routing will have these operations.
Okay.
Routing will have these operations. So routing operations you perform to manufacture a product along with the work center. Now heat the milk. Where you will do? You will do on a stove, right?
On a stove, yeah.
So stove will become your work center. It's like your machine. Now add the curd to the milk. Where you will do? You will do it in a vessel. Am I correct?
Okay, yeah.
And then you store the milk for overnight. Where you will do? You will do it in a vessel.
Okay.
So these will become work center.
That means for each and every operation there is a work center.
Yes. In the routing you will have operations, and for this operation you will assign the work center.
Okay.
So this is the data you will have it in the routing. This is the data you will have it in the routing.
That means
see,
in the
PP module, the PP module, the essential master data is routing, and the another one is your BOM. Another side is you will have BOM. So in the BOM, as I told earlier, you will have components. Now in our curd case, you will have milk, and then another input curd.
Okay, additional, yeah.
Okay, so these are the BOM. So for any PP module, the basic data is you should have BOM and you should have routing. This is the basic data bus. Without these two, PP module will not work.
Okay.
So BOM gives you what are the materials required to manufacture a product, whereas routing gives you what operations you need to perform to manufacture a product, along with where those operations are performed.
Okay.
So this is the routing. So routing, how it is created, what are the different methods of creating the routing, okay, what settings you have to make according to different requirements, all those things we'll discuss on the routing. Okay. After the routing, after the master data is finished, we will move on to our normal topics. So as I told earlier, PP module we have two topics, one is planning and the other one is execution. So first we'll start with the planning. So suppose I will ask you a simple question. I want to manufacture a product. Okay. Before starting the manufacturing of a product, what you should know?
Actually, we need to check if it all the material exists. You know, we just check the
raw material.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Raw materials. Asking raw materials or input materials. Yeah. But before that input material checking, what you should know? So to check the input material also, what you should know? That's what my question. What is the trigger point for any production? What is the trigger point for any production activity?
The number, the quantity that we need to manufacture the product.
Yes, yes, you are correct. So to trigger any production activity, first you should know how much quantity you are going to manufacture.
Yeah.
That is, so I should know in a particular period, let's say daily or weekly or monthly.
Okay.
You should know how much quantity I need to produce a particular product, right?
Okay.
Okay, so that is very important. The quantity to be manufactured. To be manufactured. Now the next question is, on what basis you will determine how much quantity you are going to manufacture? On what basis? What could be the criteria?
Well, if you want to manufacture a product, actually,
I want to manufacture a product. Now I know that I came to know that I need to manufacture, let's say, 1000 kg in a particular month. Now, on what basis you will come to this figure? That is what my question.
okay.
On what basis you will come to this figure? That's what could be the criteria?
Yep. I think it depends on the requirement of the customer, maybe, because we have an order, and depending on the order we manufacture the product.
Okay, suppose let's say customer is not giving the order at present. Customer is not giving the order at present, but still I want to start manufacturing. So how you will calculate, how you will arrive at this figure? That is what my question. So how you will arrive at, how will arrive at this? You take the previous sales data of the material.
Exactly. It's like you use the old data that you have, say for example, we sell 100 pieces every week or every month, for example. That means we need to have 100 pieces in the stock. That means if we don't have enough stock, we need to manufacture these things.
Yes. So you will be you take the previous sales data of that particular material, and then you do some calculation, then you arrive at the future forecast. Am I correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that is what the criteria. So salespeople, what they do, they take the previous sales data, they do some calculations, and then they arrive at the future forecast.
Okay.
Now that future forecast is forwarded to the production department. Okay. Now that future forecast is forwarded to the production department. Now production department again check that forecast, and they will finally calculate the production plan. Okay. See, now let's say your salespeople has given 1000 kg to manufacture in a month.
Okay.
But your production capacity is only 800 kg.
Okay.
So now will you be able to manufacture this 1000 kg in that month?
Absolutely no. But
no,
then
your capacity maximum.
Exactly, the maximum capacity is 800, so we can't. But then
we can't manufacture.
Exactly. We need to
find a way. So that's why we need to use this sales and operations planning. So we take the sales forecast from the sales people, and then using that we will arrive at the feasible production plan. So that is what called sales and operations planning. So in the sales and operations planning, you have two tools: standard SOP, flexible planning. So what is these two tools? What is the difference between these two? When they are used? What is the entire process flow? All those things we'll discuss in the sales and operations planning. So basically in the sales and operations planning, what you do is you take the sales plan from the sales department, you convert it into a production plan. So that is what done in sales and operations planning. So after the sales and operations planning, we will move to demand. Management. So what is this demand management? Demand management is nothing but how you are going to manage the demand for a particular product. See, there are two types of production costs in the industry. One is make to stock, and the other one is make to order. Have you heard this word?
Yep, actually yes.
So make to stock means what they do here is, here they arrive at some production plan, arrive at the future forecast, and according to that forecast they will start manufacturing the product. So the production is started based on forecast. Based on forecast, and they will start manufacturing the product.
That means based on the Okay, the sales plan from the sales organization.
Some assumption, based on some assumption, they will start production. That is forecast. Okay, and they will always keep stock. They will always keep stock. Okay, and when the customer order comes, when the customer or sales order comes, from the stock they make the delivery.
Okay.
Okay, from the stock they will make the delivery.
Okay, they make sure the stock is every time available, and then they send the material. Okay.
Yes. So whenever the customer order comes, they will make the delivery. So that is why it is called make to stock. So always you try to keep the stock ready.
Okay.
Okay. Now coming to the make to order, here there is no forecast. Here there is no forecast, there is no inventory.
Okay,
Production
depends on their title and the order.
So they will do the production only based upon the sales order. When the customer order comes, then only they will do the manufacturing.
Okay.
Otherwise they don't do manufacturing. So this is what called your demand management.
Can you give me any example for these two scenarios?
Suppose you are working on a Maruti Suzuki company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what can you tell what they do? Maruti Suzuki people?
Yeah, they sell the cars actually.
They manufacture cars.
Yeah.
Okay? Manufacture cars. So can you tell me there's some of their major brands? Maruti Suzuki. Let's say our discussion is up to Maruti Suzuki India.
Okay.
So what are their major brands? Can you tell me? Their major brands.
I don't have any idea regarding cars.
First is Swift.
Okay.
Okay. You're from India or some other country, basically?
I'm from India actually, from Hyderabad actually.
Hyderabad, yeah. So you might be knowing at least some of the main
Yeah,
cars.
I know the cars, but then I don't know who has made it.
Okay. So Swift is a very popular model.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay.
So it is having a lot of sales. So what they do is for Swift they will do make to stock. Swift,
okay.
Alto. So these are the most having high sales, fast moving products. For these products they will use make to stock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, whereas some other models are there. Let's say Ridge. Okay, Ridge. And then have you heard of this Wagoner?
Yeah.
So Ridge and Wagoner are not successful models. They are not very successful. So for those kind of brands, they will use make to order. So when the customer order comes, then only they will manufacture.
Okay.
Okay. So like this, based on the product market, they will use these strategies.
Okay.
Okay. So that is what.
You see, actually, a couple of days ago, I heard another SAP demo class on PP, and the trainer, he tried to explain me this topic. I just didn't understand anything. He told me that the make to stock means we manufacture only for the internal purpose. He said.
No.
Yeah, it was not clear for me. Yeah. Okay. Please continue. Okay. So make to stock or make to order is actually for the it's for the customers actually.
So ultimately when you
I can't hear you.
So whatever, whether you finally you manufacture to so make to order. Finally you have to sell the product, right? So that's what you have to use.
Your voice is breaking actually.
Okay, the demand management. So in the demand management.
Your voice is not clear. It's breaking in between.
Yeah. Can you if you have opened if you have opened any other internet applications, just close them. If you have opened any other internet applications, just kindly close them. So because they will consume internet and your net will become slow.
Shall I shut down my Skype account?
Okay. If you have Skype opened, also just close Skype. Don't open anything. Just accept this GoToMeeting.
Okay. So I have closed everything. Okay.
So now it will not happen. Now the
just a moment. I wanted to tell you something. Come on, make to stock, make order. I think I forgot. Okay, you please carry on.
Yeah. Okay. So in the demand management, as I told earlier, in the make to stock and make to order, for every material, if you want to plan, you have to use planning strategy. So planning strategy tells you whether you want to use make to stock or you want to go ahead with make to order. That is what determined by planning strategy. So these planning strategies, there are a lot of planning strategies in the system. We will discuss most important planning strategies. Okay, we will discuss some of the important planning strategies in make to stock scenario and some of the important planning strategies in make to order scenario.
Okay.
Okay, so what is this planning strategies? What is the difference between these planning strategies? When this planning strategy has to be used? According to business requirement, what planning strategy you have to suggest to the client?
Exactly. I was supposed to tell the same actually. That means we use the either make stock or make to order, depending on the situation. I mean, depending on the
depending on the client requirement, client production.
Exactly. As you told me, as you have given me the example. So, for example, the Maruti Suzuki company, they don't sell many Wagoner or race cars. That means they just go by the production order. I mean, the sales order.
Sales order.
And then, as the other things, the Swift model is very popular, and they need to sell actually every month. So they need to have a lot of stock. That's the reason they use make to stock.
Make to stock. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So depending on the scenario, they use. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So that is the demand management. So after this sales and operations planning and demand management, what you know your finished product requirement. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know your finished product requirement. Now, based on this finished product requirement, you should know how much input materials you require, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for that you will use MRP, material requirement planning. So based on this finished product requirement, let's say we'll go to our cycle example. Where is our cycle? Now, for manufacturing one cycle, you require these materials and these.
So many quantity of materials. Exactly.
Yeah. Now I want to manufacture 500 cycles.
Okay.
Okay. Now how much these are required?
Multiply by
500. 500. Pedals 1000.
1000. Yep.
1000. Tires, seats 500. Bulbs 500. And then wheels 1000. Am I correct?
Exactly. Yep.
So this I am doing manually. But in real time you will have a lot of products, lot of materials, everything. So system has to do calculation, right? Am I correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
So for that only you will use MRP. So MRP will calculate the quantities required to manufacture a particular material, and then it will give you the information to the purchasing department to procure those materials.
Okay.
Okay. So that is what MRP, material requirement planning.
Okay.
Okay. So we will see what is a material requirement planning. So what is material requirement planning? What are the different types of material requirement plannings are available? To run MRP, what settings you have to make it in the system? Prerequisites. Okay. And what is the technical process of the MRP? Means when you do MRP, what system will do? Okay. What happens? What system will do in the back end? Okay. And what are the different methods of running MRP? Whether you want to do MRP plant level, or for a particular material, or by clubbing some plants, all those things we'll discuss in the methods of executing MRP run. And then what factors influence the MRP run? Okay, when you do MRP run, what factors are considered? All those things we'll discuss. And finally, how to analyze the MRP results. When you do MRP, once you carry out MRP, you should analyze that whether system is doing proper MRP or not. Am I correct?
Exactly. I need to check the process. Yeah.
Yeah, so that analyzing the MRP results also we will learn. So we will see the entire concept of MRP. Okay. So once the MRP is done, you know how much quantity you need to manufacture, and you know how much quantity you need to procure, raw material or input materials.
Okay.
Okay. So input materials procurement will be taken care by purchasing. Okay, purchasing department.
Okay.
It will be taken care by the purchasing department or module. Okay. So now our manufacturing is to trigger by the production people. So that is what called production execution. Okay, production execution process. So this is the production order life cycle. So first they will create the order, production order, and then they will check the material availability. Material availability means, again I am going to my old example, cycle example. So to manufacture 500 cycles, all these stocks should be available, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So that is what you will check in the material availability. So you will check whether sufficient stocks of the input materials available or not in the warehouse. That is what you will do in the availability check.
Okay.
Okay? And then you do the capacity planning. Capacity planning means you checked already material availability. You should also check machine availability also, right? Am I correct?
Okay, exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah.
So that is done through capacity planning. So you should ensure whether your machinery is free to produce that product so that you can deliver the product to the customer in time.
You mean the work center, is it?
Work center. Okay, so capacity planning is nothing but whether your work centers are free as per your plan or not,
Okay.
or whether they are occupied with some other products. Those things will discuss in the capacity planning. Okay, so once the capacity planning is done, you go for order release. So once all are checked, you will go for order release. Order release means you can start the production. So order release done, you will print the order and then you do the goods issue. Goods issue means you go to the warehouse and warehouse people will issue the materials. I'll show you